Well, Scotty,
Hi,
we're back.
we're back.
I feel like, what is that Saturday Night Live skit that I loved? Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
We need to come up with combining our name, and we would have our own Wayne's World moment.
I thought we could do something. It'd be pretty easy to figure out.
Now, that's your challenge.
My challenge.
Well, guys, we promised you in 2021, I think what everybody else is promising now, I would say they copied us, but I'm sure they didn't. It's kind of an easy ride.
Well, I mean, it's flattery.
2022s for you. I mean, well, but truly, in what we do at Senior Security Benefits, we recruit,
We do.
we train,
We do that.
we coach, we help. But I think one of the best compliments I heard yesterday, my office sits across from Scotty's, and I was listening to talk to an agent. This agent had come to me through a referral, and I won't mention names because I don't like doing that. I get in trouble every time I do that, Scotty, for some reason. But he was having a conversation with this agent, and when he was done, I was kind of sitting there and I was like, how does she not know we're an FMO? Is she hiding under a rock? I mean, what the heck? But Scotty made the greatest comment. He goes, I kind of like that we fly under the radar because we're like that diamond in the rough. People don't really know who we are, know what we are, but once they do, they don't forget us.
Yeah, that's true. It always surprises me sometimes you'll be talking about products or some of our peers in the industry, and you'll mention a peer or a name out there, and they'll say, "Oh, you know them?" We're like, "Well, yeah, we work with them on Manhattan or Etna." Oh, and the comment sometimes, and it actually frequently gets said, "Oh, well, your contract's under them." It's like, no, our contract's under us. We help train them, and it's kind of the shock and awe because we're not the big flashy. This is who we are now. Granted, with COVID, our social media presence kind of took off a little bit, where people more and more know. And a group called Integrity knows who we are now. But I will say that
a little bit.
Yeah, it still is knowing that we're. I don't know. It's a humble thing to be able to have conversations with people that work out of their home office, the guys that got a call center, and the conversations are the same.
So typical of Scotty and I, we were up here working late last night, and we're leaving late, but then we have another hour-long conversation in the parking lot. Of course, it wasn't last night; it was Tuesday night. It just seems like last night.
Yeah.
But one of the comments that I made to Scotty is something that happened at 8% Nation. Danielle Kunkel Roberts and I were running through our presentation at 8% Nation. And when we were done, I said, Danielle, I know I told you I was just going to have you take 10 minutes of my keynote, but I think I'm going to let you have more like 15 or 20. And then we started talking more, and I said, oh, no, I have a better idea. I'm just going to interview you. And she was like, oh, my gosh, Gaylan, I was just going to talk for 10 minutes. She ended up knocking it out of the park.
She did. She was great.
But one of the things that she did, and I was telling Mandy earlier today, I don't know why I'm so emotional. It's like I can cry at a drop of a hat. But I think I've always been that way. I don't think that's anything new. But one of the comments she made on the stage at 8% Nation that I really wasn't expecting is she said, the reason that we're with Gaylan and Taylor as our FMO is because of the partnership we have. We don't ever feel like we're under them. And I want any and every agent that works with Senior Security Benefits to feel that way.
Right.
There are days and times when I know sometimes there's going to be an agent that doesn't always feel that way. But I think the minute they let us know, and you made the most prolific statement, it was like, if they'll just let us know, we can kind of fix it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's a brainiac moment. But I think one of the things that we want to hear from you guys and gals, I know I need to start saying it like that, but I've always just said you guys.
It's 2022.
Yeah, you guys and gals. We want to know what you really want to see, what you want from us, what we can do to help you be better. I was telling Scotty about a call I got the day before New Year's. I work with a lot of large career organizations that are not always independent. They're owned by other companies, other carriers, other people. And I got a call from a young man And then I heard from his RVP a couple of days later. And he said, Gaylan, I had the best year. I just took what you taught me, didn't do anything other than what you taught me. And it looks like I made another 50 grand this year.
It's a lot. So,
I know.
Some people make that in a year.
I know. And I was like, oh my gosh. I said, I know you can't do a testimonial shop because your company might be mad, but I would just, that's crazy. And he was like, and I've talked to so many other people that have increased their income. He said, not maybe that much, but even like 10, 15%. And he said, I just wanted to wish you a happy new year because you've made my new year great. Those are days that are so awesome. You know, I was talking not too long ago to the CEO of Integrity, and I said, sometimes when you're a CEO, you're in a thankless role.
Yeah.
You know, you're the first person everybody wants to complain about. But when things are going great, you know, it's always because of them. And it is. But, you know, sometimes it's nice to just reach out to those people. And that's how I felt. And that came the day after, or a couple of days after, I had sent him a text saying, hey, I just appreciate you and I thank you for everything. And I thought, okay, now I'm getting mine. I reaped what I sowed, you know. And then yesterday, I'm driving in and I get a call from the guy's, I guess his boss, his leader, whatever you want to refer to. And he was like, man, that guy's so excited. His wife's going to get to quit work and they're going to start working on having babies. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my heart's so full. And so I'm telling you guys that not to do this, but I do think it's really important for you to look at other people's successes. There's a reason they're successful.
Right.
One, they listened.
Yeah.
Right? Two, they learned. I think that's really big.
Yeah.
And three, because you know how I like my L's and my rhymes, you know, I was going to say they applied it, but I'm changing it to they lived it.
Yeah.
So, you know, they listened, they learned, and they lived it.
Well, and exciting too, or it is exciting when you talk about people, they're living it, learning it, their successes, and talking to agents on that. I enjoy, one guy we talked to recently was going to a ribbon cutting, opening his new office, and I knew him when he was leaving a call center. And it's not so much that we did it, he's got contracts elsewhere, but just seeing him graduate and go there. And I think that's the good thing about our business is you can celebrate what everybody else is doing, whether we're connected or not. And that's what makes work fun. I mean, 2022 for you is about the fun.
Right. Well, and I hear all kinds of things going on with 2022 because I think it's cool since it's a two, it rhymes with everything.
Yeah.
You know, true for you.
Cool.
I mean, two, you know, just all of it. And so you're hearing all this like cliche stuff that people are coming up with. But I think a lot of that is because as much as 2021 was fast, there were days and times of 2021 that were not pleasant. And I'm hearing that from a lot of people in social media. And one of the things that we want to do for all of you out there is inspire you. You heard the last conversation that Scotty and I had, and it was really about what we can do for you. You know, about 10 years ago, I sat down with Taylor Martin, who is my work husband, I guess that's what we are now.
Yeah.
But we were talking about what makes us different. And he said, you know, Gaylan, what makes us different is the fact that you have a way of getting in front of people and getting them to understand what we want to do, but more importantly, how we're going to do it and how we all come out winners. And I've thought about that all year. How do we keep doing that? And so I thought about, before I brought Scotty in here, how do we make all of you winners? You know, how do we get all of you as convicted and excited as we are about 2022? You know, what were things you struggled with in 2021? When I know the objection, I'm going to come up with a close. That's what makes me a good salesperson.
Yep.
I like to overcome objections before they happen. But to what you said, I don't know what all of y'all's objections are, or your concerns, or your problems, because you're not telling us. So what we want to do, we're going to put this out on Queen of the Bundle.
Yeah.
We're going to put this out on all of our Facebook, social media. What are all of our?
So all of it, find Senior Security Benefits. Find us on Facebook. We've got a YouTube. Go out and look at some videos, some of the partners we work with, and some of our testimonials. Just find us online. You'll find Gaylan and I are both our personal profiles. We're active. Connect with us. All of our marketers are on social media as well. And just find a way to reach out. And like she said, if there's something we don't know about, let us know. We have a whole team of people that are trained that if you contracted with a dental plan and you're not sure how to sell dental or you didn't see the value in dental, we have a team of people that are trained to show you that. And in fact, one dental plan a week will add about $10,000 in additional income. And that's a raise right there, one dental plan a week. So that's.
Well, and I think that's a great tee up for this, because what's interesting is one of our larger agency partners said, I didn't know y'all worked with my upline. And we were like, yeah, because you can't do that product unless you work with us. And so we don't broadcast that because we look, and I really truly think Danielle's right. We look at everybody we work with as partners. Whether you're a street level agent, you're an LOA agent working for another organization, or whether you're, top of the food chain.
Well, that's the great thing about the way our business is structured. If you don't win, we don't win, and we all want to win. So that's the great thing about us working together.
And I think one of the best reputation statements that was made about us at the end of the year, and I was at a big industry meeting, and it was like, I never worry about y'all proselyting my agents.
Right.
I got to tell you, 10 years ago, I did, but I don't now, because y'all have proved time and time again, y'all don't do that. You work really hard for the agent. And I can tell all of you out there, the 1 or 2 times that's happened where an agent actually wanted to work with us was because they weren't being taught. They weren't being challenged. They weren't being encouraged. They weren't being trained. They weren't bringing us in. One of the things that's happened this last year, which I am super excited about doing this year, is walking into all of our FMO partners' offices and motivating their sales teams.
Yeah.
That's what I've done for, on May 12th, 37 years, is motivate others. Challenge others. I love it. I don't charge for it. Like you said, I work for this little company called Integrity Marketing Group right now, and they are encouraging me to do that. And that's what's exciting. I've partnered up with people that want me out there, that want their people inspired. They want other people inspired. I actually was talking to somebody about the other day going, I don't know that they really work with one of our FMO partners, but I know that they work through another FMO partner that's not connected. We don't care. Inspire whoever you want to inspire. And that is probably one of the best things that happened to me last year. So anything I can do for you, if you're an agent and you're on the phone and you're like, hey, Gaylan said she'll come to our office, call Scotty and arrange it. Get me out there. You want to do a Zoom with me and Scotty? We'll be happy to do that. We want to inspire you. We want to fire you up. And the only way you're going to get fired up, ready to go, and make that other $50,000, by the way, that agent is on a street level contract. Street level. I get asked all the time, when do you finally decide to go out on your own? Well, I don't know that you ever have to go out on your own.
No.
I don't know that you ever have to be an FMO. I don't know that you ever have to be a general agent. I think you have to take a step back and say, this is what I want for my family.
Grow where you're planted.
Exactly. Grow where you're planted. God will tell you where you need to go. but you can't really go until you grow. And, I know a lot of people think I do that intentionally. That just came out of my brain because, that's how I remember things.
Yeah.
It makes me get fired up when I'm starting thinking about that. That's why last year I coined, 3 no's leads to a yes, or on to the next. You can't always help everybody. Some people are just not wanting to be helped. But my lands, the world is full of people who do. So again, we want you to chime in, tune in, dial in, email in,
Smoke
wear
signals.
his phone out, smoke signals, rodeo time's coming.
What are we? Fort Worth is this week. I forgot about that.
I'm so excited because I just told a group of our executive leadership team at a dinner, my parents, this is lame for us these days. There are so many people that get married and go to Fiji or Tahiti and put, $30,000 on a credit card, hoping they can pay it off, right? Probably COVID was a good thing. It saved them $30,000 on that credit card last year. But my parents, when they got married on January 3rd of 1959, and they went to, wait for it. Now, your wife Alyssa would think this, but it's a dream honeymoon. But for my parents, it was kind of lame because it was only like a 45-minute drive.
Okay.
They went to Waco, Texas.
Oh my gosh. Chip and Joanna Gaines, anybody heard of them?
Yeah. So Waco. So they did that because my dad was saving money so they could go to the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo.
Oh, that was awesome.
And so they went every year on their anniversary. So their anniversary was January 3rd. Rodeo didn't start till when?
Third week of January.
Third week of January, so they couldn't go on their anniversary. So they basically went one night after it started by themselves, and then they would take us kids one night. So I've been to the rodeo every year of my life since 1963, except 2021.
City of Fort Worth, if you're watching, this is not a paid sponsorship. We just love the rodeo that much.
It's not, but we should be asked. And I will tell you that I am so stoked about going. I'm going like 4 times.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait. I'm taking an employee of ours because my best friend is not going to be able to go. And it'll be her first time. So it's always fun to take first timers to the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo. They finally listened to Gaylan after many years, and they didn't really listen to me. But they brought back entertainment, which is going to be at the Will Rogers instead of Dickie's, which I think is kind of crazy. It's better to have it at the rodeo if you're listening, Fort Worth. I got distracted. We will get back. So we promise to have more of a Wayne's World approach next time. How did they always end that show? Party time? Or
we could do a party time.
We need to make it interesting. We need to challenge Christian Brindle. We may not do Taco Tuesday. We might do, you know what? I love Monday Motivational Minutes, and I've been kidding for years about Monday Margarita Madness. Maybe Scotty and I will start bringing to you Monday Margarita Madness. If you think that's a good idea, let us know. We would love to hear from you. You got anything to add?
No, I think that sums it up. Again, let us know how we can help you. We, either Gaylan, myself, or we've got a team of people that can help you that all do the same thing we do every day. So just let us know.
Maybe we should get you a crown, King of Recruiting.
The King of Recruiting.
All right, bye, y'all. Have a great day.
Bye.